Hello horror fans, and welcome to the first episode of Horror Down Under. This is where I'm going to start having a look at some of the Australian horror films. Some good, some bad, some in between. It's going to be an occasional series because, ironically, sometimes it's hard to find Australian horror films in Australia, so I've got to do some hunting down, but I thought I'd start with Russell Mulcahy's first movie, which is Razorback. At the time, Russell Mulcahy was a music video director. He directed music videos for Duran Duran, Elton John, and this was his first feature. So this is set in the outback where a giant pig, known as a razorback obviously, has started to terrorise the outback. And the one thing you do notice in this movie, it has a really cool visual style. Some of the compositions, use of sunset and the sparse outback, it just looks fantastic. Whether you like the movie or not, you cannot deny how great the cinematography is. And the cinematography here is done by Dean Semler, who went on to do things like Dances with Wolves, Young Guns 2, The Power of One. So of course, like I said, the visual look of this film is quite good. But this movie does have what you kind of expect in this type of movie: the hunter with a vengeance, some kind of over-the-top Australian exaggerations. Some of their accents were so over-the-top I had trouble understanding what some of them were saying, especially David Argue, who's a well-known Australian actor, but he's having fun with the role, obviously. And like Jaws, this one does the same kind of POV shots, and you don't see the creature that much. You only get fleeting glimpses, and it works. In Jaws it worked well, and this one it works pretty much the same. Because sometimes there's a theory of what we don't see, sometimes is more scary. Of course, some of the special effects have dated. It was released in 1984, but from what we see from the Razorback, it's not too bad. Some of the visual effects have dated a little bit, but another thing it does have that's really good is there's some really bizarre dream sequences, a couple of them, but they're quite good. And the special effects here were done by Bob McCarran, who did special effects for Brain Dead, aka Dead Alive, and probably his other most notable one, Body Melt, but he's done a whole heap of other special effects work, not just for horror, for other type of movies like Queen of the Damned, Vertical Limit, The Matrix. Yeah, so he was the designer of the Razorback, and the music in this is done by Ivor Davies, who was the lead singer of the very popular 80s band Icehouse. And one of the best scenes in this is where the Razorback actually pulls out the front part of somebody's home. The chain gets attached to it and pulls it out. It's quite a visually stunning scene too. After this, Russell Mulcahy went on to direct the cult classic film Highlander, its sequel, and probably his other notable one is Resident Evil Extinction. Yeah, but to sum up this movie, it's cheesy, but it is a lot of fun. It is kind of ridiculous, but in this type of movie, you should just go with it and enjoy it for what it is. This has gained kind of a cult following. It also got nicknamed Paws because of its similarity to some aspects of Jaws. But apparently Steven Spielberg is a fan of this, according to my research, which was looking at IMDb. And of course Quentin Tarantino is a fan of this film. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed my first episode of Horror Down Under. Let us know what you think. Should I keep doing more of these? And if you do find yourself in a Horror Down Under situation, there's only one thing to do. You better run, you better take cover. Alright, see you again soon.